Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Phelps, and my co-host, our very good friend, is Mr. Dave Horrocks.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are covering Love Island UK Series 8, Episode 31. Now, Chris, genuinely, I have no idea tonight. Where would you like to start?
Well, we've got to give Dave Danica a little bit of airtime, I think, because the episode started with her and Josh. One of the most fakest fucking relationships you've ever seen, Dave. I don't believe our fucking word that both of them are buying. It's desperado time in Love Island. We've got to get in the villa. Let's create this relationship. I didn't believe the fake sniggering and the blushing. They might turn out to be married and have 6 kids, Dave. I don't know, but I didn't believe any of that bullshit, I must admit.
I don't know. I think it's as authentic as any other relationship there, to be honest. I didn't see anything that particularly jumped out from the rest of them that made that more fake. I think it's obvious, isn't it? Like we've said before, Danica is the one who's not really coupled up with anyone. So as we've established before, and as the boys keep saying, and the girls on the other side keep saying, they've seen the show. They know who's with who. They know who's strong. They know who's, there to be recoupled with. So, I don't know. Let's see where they go. I actually thought it was quite cute, some of their interaction there.
ever the cynic, micro-analysing everything they said me. Like, no, I'm not buying it. So that's where I stood on that one day. But I know that was
I buy it more than fucking Billy. Let me put it that way.
Oh, my God. Well, I know there's a couple of people we're going to spend time on today, but let's start on that then, Dave. So Billy, Tasha, Andrew, and what's she called? China. Not China. Coco. Coco. Yeah, Coco. You're right, Dave. He's having remorse, Andrew. He's still snogging at the start, but none of this makes sense to me. This feels like they're going to get back together, Andrew and Tasha. I don't think Tasha's going to bring Billy back to the villa.
You know what? I genuinely have no idea. I could make a good case for both of them, Tasha and Andrew, both recoupling with who they're with, their Casa Amor flings, or both deciding, okay, that was a fling, but I'm going to go back home and I'm going to, recouple. I think it's more likely, that Tasha will couple with Billy. Or, obviously, I'm not ruling out it could be a twist that she decides to come in on her own. Like I said, perfect scenario for me is Andrew walks in with Coco and Tasha's on her own. That is the perfect maximum amount of drama I think you're going to get out of that relationship. But Tasha keeps going on, like really going on to everyone about how she's, a lot more like herself. She's this wild and crazy person, apparently, that we keep hearing about. We also keep hearing, Tasha and Billy tell each other how much they have a laugh, but we never fucking see it, Chris. We never actually see them really properly laughing about something funny. But she's convinced of it. So she keeps telling everyone. So I think it'll be a little bit of a shock if she decides, no, I'm going to go with Andrew, because she's saying like she's not being herself. Whether we believe that or not, she believes it. So that's what matters. So I think if she believes she's toning herself down, she's changing herself on when she's around Andrew, then she should couple up with Billy.
Yeah, I think you're right for the drama aspect. It'll make great TV, because I don't know how they're going to play this, because obviously the producers just flip-flop the rules completely. We've had it before where people have come back in. If their partner's partnered up with someone else, they're gone. But then we've also had it where they're not gone and they keep him in for the drama. I'd like to keep Andrew in for the drama if that actually happens, Dave, because I think that's going to be glorious. Glorious TV, without a doubt. So you could be right on that. I don't know. And I've got a name, actually, Dave, for your radar. It's obviously got the reality radar. We've got
Here we
Dave,
go.
we've got no. He's not. He's a bit of a play on one of the characters, but we've got Davide. Your name is David. What about the David? What was it? The Davide? No,
The Davidadar.
Yeah, the Davide. The Davidar. No, Davidar. That's it. The Davidar. I had it in my head right, but I couldn't say it. So the Davidar. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to play out, but that'd be glorious if that did happen. Fucking, and he's having this remorse. But Dave, the lads, bar Luca, who I still think's fucking winding him up and doing a Jake now, you can clearly see it. They're all a bunch of bellends, aren't they? Luca's going to ride in there with a halo above his head. What a guy. What a guy, Dave. The girls are going to fall for it and Gemma's going to fall for it. He's still a dick. And I know he's blagging. I know we got called out about that yesterday. Why don't you like him so much? But there's loads of people that feel the same, that he's just gaslighting, winding everyone up. He knows exactly what he's doing and he knows where the cash cow is, and it's Gemma. So, I mean, they could turn out to be Molly May and Tommy. And I never believed they were together because I think it was Lucy was more into Tommy at the time. I never believed Molly May and Tommy were a relationship, and 3 or 4 years later, whatever it is, Dave, they're solid as anything. They're getting married. So what do I know? But I just don't believe anything. And the lads are all a bunch of bellends. They think that it's so funny to cheat and get with these girls and stuff. And we've got an email about that, which sort of counters what I'm just saying. But in the context of the show, they are cheating, and they just see it as like that absolute bellend who's a fucking cock, Dave Jacks. What a wanker he was tonight.
Yeah. I think it's this evolution of the show, isn't it? And you know, Chris, we go on about like when we do The Bachelor, it is so dripping with hypocrisy. Because, you know, they're all going on and, you know, they're having these heart-to-heart chats. And again, it's more formulaic than Love Island. But they'll say, you know, one of my real buttons, you know, one of the things I can't get over is cheating. Oh, yeah, we agree on that. Yes, we agree we don't like cheating, right? Let's have a bit of a kiss. Rah, rah, rah. Right, can you send the next one? Can you send the next one in, please? But it's not cheating because the rules of the show say it's not cheating. Well, I'm sorry, but we all come from the real world. Just because someone sticks a camera on us and, you know, in this weird environment doesn't make it not cheating. So there's this thing that, you know, they're all rolling out. India said tonight, you know, no one's made me their girlfriend, or it was something like that. I don't have a boyfriend. I can't remember what her words were, but, you know, they're supposed to be coupled up, you know, and it's not like, so Jay and Danica, you could say, well, they genuinely are coupled up, but, you know, the rest of them, they really are. So I think Jax, you know, he made himself look like a right tit tonight. I think he's had a few nights that have not been great, but I think this one was the worst because he just looked like such a bellend. You know, again, I said the other day, I don't believe anything he says when he's going on about, you know, I just can't think about anything else but Paige, you know, and so into her. And it just sounds like he's literally talking to the camera. But one of the most cringy bits is when he's having a flirt with Molly, and then, you know, they're talking about, you know, maybe going into his bed, and, you know, they're both flirting. It's a two-way thing, and then he goes over to Cheyenne, and then he decides he likes her most, and then so he legs it pretty much over to Molly, and he's like, yeah. So I had to think about it. And just I think I'm getting this friend vibe. But then, Chris, he walks over to Cheyenne and he says something about Molly, like really trying to stick it on him or something. I'm like, fuck off, you lying bastard. That was not what went down. So he, you know, it's talking out of both sides of his mouth there. And I really fucking hated that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought his whole demeanour tonight, and it was a bit weird though, Dave, because in the last episode, yeah, he'd done a few things wrong and he said some really bad stuff. And it was like, you fucking cock. This is the real Jack. This is the stuff that Remy and Afia had said about him, because we got called out on that. Like, why are you not going at him? Well, we can go at him now because he's a fucking little cock. And I think what gets me is he said a line.
No, because we've seen it.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. And he said a line of, how do I know if something's real with Paige if I don't try with someone else? That's not how life works, Dave. You don't say, I'm going to go and cop off with someone to see if I really like this other person. That's not real. And it felt like, and I think you'd mentioned this, it felt like the actual show had time hopped, like we'd missed the day or something, because Jack's done a full 180 into I'm cheating in this episode, whereas in the last episode there was a few bits, but there wasn't anything that, for me anyway, that I thought, oh, he's going to cheat on Paige. We'd had a few discussions, a bit flirty, but this episode felt like we'd missed a full day and they just edited out all this stuff that got Jax to the point of, oh, fuck it, I'm going to go and cheat tonight, because it was just weird. And the lads encouraging each other like that, they're just so fucking immature, Dave. That's like lads on a night out. Did you cop off? Oh, what about her? I copped off with her, and then I copped off with her mate, and I did. That sort of ego bollocks. Like they were doing all that, and I'm like, you're all a bunch of fucking cocks, the lot of you, to be honest. You're not, other than I think Jay, who's kept him, he's with China, and he hasn't really, I didn't see any encouragement from him, to be fair. He's coming out of it quite well.
Yeah.
All of the other lads are all knobheads. I know Luke has not cheated, but he's been there on the peripheral. And I know it might sound like we're singling him out, but I don't believe any of his intentions are genuine. He's staying on the daybed, everything brilliant. We're obviously going to get fucking, I want you to be my girlfriend when he gets back in there, because he's proved that, over adversity. I'm sure he'll tell Gemma that he didn't feel she was all in like he is, or some nonsense because she shared a bed with someone. What she's done, nothing. So I don't know. The lads are just coming. I'm sat there cringing going, fuck me, Dave. It's no wonder so many ladies have trust issues with guys, because they're fucking idiots.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just to flip that last statement around, I mean, the girls haven't exactly been squeaky clean, have they? So, but the lads have been egging each other on. It's like a bunch of young single lads off on a fucking holiday in Ayia Napa or something like that. It's just, it is not a good look at all. Dammy completely off that train now. I think, I thought he'd be one of the most solid in there, proven wrong on that. You know what? I still can't quite buy into Luca, like, you've said many times before, but I've got to give him a little bit of respect on sticking his guns on, sleeping on the day beds and stuff. But I just think that they do need some kind of test that's not Casa Amor. And I think, Chris, it might be the Twitter game. I think it might be that, just to give them a little bit of conflict to deal with and see how they're going to go there, because I can't shake this feeling that Luca's just looking forward to meeting the parents. He's looking forward to meeting Michael Owen, and he's got his eyes on the prize. He's got his eyes on that career, that fame, that exposure. And so I kind of want to be proven wrong on that, but I just can't shake that feeling.
No. And I think you're right, Dave. And I saw an article while the show was on tonight between the breaks, was one of Gemma's ex-boyfriends wants to come in there, Dave. And he was with her, and he wants to come in as a bombshell because he said Luca's not right for her. You know how old he is, Dave? 27. And she said she didn't have a boyfriend for 2 years. So I'm thinking, we don't need to go down that route. We've already said when she was with Davide, it wasn't right. So fuck a doodle do how old she was when she was with this guy, Dave. So let's not go down that route, people, because I think that's fucking terrible if this guy comes in.
You know what? I'm going to avoid doing the mental maths because it got very uncomfortable when I was thinking, trying to add the dates up that they both talked about. It's like, yeah, that puts her slap bang in the middle of 16 when you were 20 or something. If she's got another one coming out the woodwork, he's gonna come into come on.
Yeah. I just don't even bear thinking, does it, Dave? You know what I mean? So yeah,
it's fucking wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've got an observation. Now, this is a theory. It's about Jax, actually, Dave. And I think this is one of the things we've seen over the last few days and how they've had this thing, but he's had a good edit and he's got this. He just literally goes at people. Sometimes he's been really funny. We've both said that. Like we initially were like, oh, he's a great lad. He's got some great one-liners and warming to him. But I just think he's got an inner rage or like a really bad temper. And I've got no evidence. It just, you can just see it on someone. He looks like he's trying his hardest to keep himself in check. And it doesn't always, he can't always do that. But this is where you get this thing where he goes at people. Like when he had to go at Andrew the other day, I didn't like it. He had to go at when he had to go at Ekinsu, like, yeah, you're a headache and all this. And we were laughing, going, yeah, great. But I think some of the other stuff he said has just gone he's gone far too much the other way. So I just think he's tempering things and he's trying to be this good guy. And I don't necessarily think he is. It's an immaturity thing as well. But I just think he's got a raging fucking temper there that, that he's trying to just keep off the TV. That's my theory. I'm not saying I'm right. That's how I see it with him.
I don't think it's much of a theory. I think we've seen it. So when he was talking to Gemma, and then they were going on about why they split up and stuff. I think we've seen it. Not the rage, but he's just, when things start to go the wrong way, he treats it in a really immature way and just like ends up walking off. Yeah. I think him and Luca have got the same trait. I think they've both got that rage bubbling under the surface, and they're trying desperately to be the nice guy. But, it just sneaks out every now and then.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Dave. And I think we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I've got to say, Dave, we all like a bit of a skive at work. All of us. We all like that. Can we nick 10 minutes here? Or, can we go and have a brew and pretend to be doing something? Or pick a piece of paper up and walk around the office, and do the old classic. But
David Brent.
Yeah, David Brent. Get a piece of paper. It looks like you're busy. Or get a clipboard. But Laura Whitmore, Dave, fuck me. She's absolutely doing nothing. I know she's doing the After Sun thing, but brilliant from her and her agent, because this is only the second time we've seen her in the villa. And she came in like she was on the fucking catwalk there. I know we always had the strut previously, God rest her soul, Caroline Flack, she was the OG with that. But when Laura comes in, always looks like she's going to fall over on her high heels or something, Dave. And she comes in dead cocky and she's giving it some and all that. And then she's like, hello. And they're all like, oh my God, I don't believe it. It's the presenter of the TV show we're on. But I don't know, it always seems off when Laura does it. I know I've been called out in the past, Dave, so I'm trying to be kind. But that bit always makes me piss when she comes in, the slow-mo. And how many times did she want to flick her hair? I was like, wow, yeah, Vidal Sassoon, let's go.
I just think it's your raging misogyny, Chris.
Fuck off, Dave. You fuck off now.
What the fuck do you have against Laura Whitmore? She does exactly the fucking same that Ariel does on the Love Island USA. Caroline Flack before. I don't see what she's doing that different.
Dave, I'm not even getting
the strut. The strut is a bit accentuated, isn't it? Like you say, it's like it's going a bit over the top, but she'll have been directed to do that.
Dave, I'm going to get so much stick for this now, and you're going to come out as the fucking good guy in my comment. It was even Sam who said it. Sam was saying it tonight. We were laughing, and I said, "No, I said it really bugs me. I don't know why. It just does. I can't explain it, Dave. I can't explain it." But
I don't. So I don't. I'm sure there are plenty of people who think like you do. I'm just saying I don't see it. I know she's got loads of stick for some of her After Sun things, and yes, is she the best presenter that I've ever seen? No, but I don't know. When she walked in, she did that same thing that all of the Love Island presenters. You got Sophie Monk as well in the Australian one. It's just what they do.
But I'm not saying any more on that discussion because I'm going to dig myself into a hole. It was just an observation, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get called out for being a male chauvinist. I'm not, but There you go. And if I've got to defend myself, I'm in trouble. So I'm not saying any more on that. Okay. I'm leaving it at the door.
Email us in at
Fuck off. Let's not email.
gmail.com.
No, don't email us in. Or email us in if you agree. If you don't agree, don't email us, because Dave will take great pleasure in that. But anyway, Dave, we knew it was going to happen. The recoupling is tomorrow night. And I think Hannah had said in the Discord that it's usually a Friday. She couldn't remember whether has there ever been this sort of thing on a Thursday. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think Dave made me laugh though. Jack, we've seen nothing, and Jasmine actually said something tonight. She was round the fire pit, and we actually got to see her. Whether well, obviously she's not going to stay. But Jack was nowhere to be seen. So I don't know whether he. Joking aside, and we've had poked a bit of fun at him saying like he's sunburnt somewhere, the Stewie thing of Family Guy where he's sunburnt and he's walking like a robot. But
passed out under a palm tree.
Has he left the villa? I know it showed him in bed, it said, but we didn't actually see him. We just saw his name come across a quilt. It could have been anybody in there.
I saw him there.
Oh, did you? I didn't see him.
I saw him. Yeah. I'm sure when they were in the beds, it kind of scanned across and he was there, but we didn't see any real quality time, with him. And again, I just put it down to, well, he's probably not had any good chats with anyone. They're focused more on the other people, the other couples where there is the drama. So, yeah, I thought we'd see more of him, but obviously not screen time worthy. Speaking of in the beds, Chris.
I was going to say that.
What was going on with old Ekin-Su and George there?
Yeah. You know what it was like then? Sorry. It was like planes, trains and automobiles, wasn't it? Hell of a game.
We've done nothing wrong. We've done nothing wrong there.
They didn't show anything. So
we saw the aftermath, didn't we?
Yeah. And then they had that weird discussion. Yeah. I was just a bit hot. And I'm thinking, what is going on here? We didn't see any sheets moving, Dave, but maybe he got a bit excited. I don't know. I'm talking about excited. Jack's, Dave, boner alert. Let's be honest, in the pool.
Oh, yeah. He was pulling down the old shorts there, wasn't he?
Keep it on the band. That's the trick. You put it on the band of your pants, babe. Allegedly, but that's what you do.
Yeah,
my God.
I don't know. I think it's interesting they didn't show anything with Ekin-Su. I don't know why the producers chose to do that. And I think, when you're actually hot in bed, Chris, you don't want to be near anyone. So I guess she means hot as in, bit horny.
Yeah, maybe.
But, we just saw her say, oh, we're just friends. So I don't know. There's some kind of manicuring going on there, isn't there?
I'm fucking telling you, Dave. There's something going on, but it's weird how they didn't show it, because that would have been another interesting story. And Davide's copped off with a couple of girls over there, so it's not like she's got anything thingy, is it? So I don't know.
Yeah, but I would love it, obviously, if they didn't couple up again. I think Davide's copping off with a few people, doesn't really care. I don't think that's how it comes across. And I love it. He just doesn't give a fuck. But I think he'll probably end up going back in single, And Ekin-Su will not couple with that George. I know they've enjoyed each other a little bit there, but she'll go in. So they'll, by default, again, end up together. But hopefully, we get the Twitter game or something and just it shines a bit of a light on that. So we get another bit of an explosion.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm with you. I'm told that's got to come. That I hope they don't bin that off. I know the lie detector test they've binned off for obvious reasons, but the Twitter one's usually a belter, isn't it? And it depends what they get tweets wise, but they're definitely going to play on Gemma and Luca and all the other ones. So I agree, Dave. I think that's going to be great. The only thing is if they put Ekin-Su ones in there saying how everyone loves her, and which is good because everyone thinks she's been brilliant in the show, but it's also one of them like, oh, she'll be absolutely loving that, Dave. I don't know if they will, but that'd be brilliant if she just went full on movie star then.
Let's see. You keep saying about the lie detector, but pretty sure that's not been there since season 4. So hopefully they don't get rid of the Twitter game. But I just that's my hope now, because once you've got the other side of Casa Amor, it's only things like the Twitter game that give you that injection of drama, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, to be fair. You're right now, because we're on the downward slope, aren't we, of the series? So
stuff like the baby game to look forward to then, and meet the parents. So
yeah,
fingers crossed. Plenty of drama still to go yet, though, Chris.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. So, Dave, we've had 2 emails. We've had one from the queen of the emails, Kayla, Dave. So she sent one in. Save those tears, Andrew. Hey, guys, I had to write in to say I had a deep belly laugh watching Andrew cry over his feelings for Tasha. I think Tasha's been judged far too harshly for not fully committing to Andrew. They got on fire and were physically intimate with no problems until the boys started giving their trash opinions of where the relationship should be. And why would Andrew take their opinions seriously? It's a game and all the boys are cheaters. Andrew was too easily influenced by his friends, and I had the ick since Dami and Luca confronted Tasha. I feel giddy hoping these boys will finally be told off for their cruel behaviour towards the original girls and the way they're using the Casa girls like objects. I have to hope these producers will do another movie night. Also praying that India brings in DG. She's been my favourite girl, and Dami has moved so grimy. I knew from the second Jax came in, and she's right about that. DG's actually a good guy, Dave. We didn't talk about him, but I like him. He seems like a really level guy, to be honest.
Bedford boy.
Well, exactly. You're not really Bedford, Dave, so that doesn't count. But anyway, I knew...
adopted.
I've got to throw some shade your way. I'm going to get some right shit about my Laura comment. So
I don't know, but I hope so.
You're reading that one out. I knew from the second Jax came in talking poorly of Gemma that he was a bad guy, but he's truly villainous. And even Luca didn't cheat. I still don't like him. Absolutely loving the podcast. It's so great to listen to you guys on the way to work in the morning, Kayla. So it's a great email, Dave.
Awesome. And I did say about Andrew, I see it a slightly different way. I think when Andrew's already had those doubts and he's got all the boys telling him that Tasha's not into him, but he's got those genuine feelings. But then it was when all the girls came in as well, and the girls told him she's making a mug out of him. And then, Jax, every opportunity, it seems, they had a bit of a sweet moment. Jax was consoling Andrew, but, he still throws in there that he's being made a mug of. When everyone around you is telling you that, it's hard to say, no, I'm not having it. So yeah. I can kind of see why. And ultimately, he's right, because Tasha isn't that into him. And he's exploring this thing with Billy.
That's true, Dave. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for tomorrow.
Me neither.
Right, so, the next one's from Jason. It's a double email. He sent 2 emails, I think, because he was watching the show. So I do like this when Jason says of him. It's entitled Off the Jax Trains. Yeah, I don't think Samuel was out of order of what he said to Paige. He didn't lie. I think it's been clear that Paige has been more into Jax than he's into her. I think that was genuine good advice, and I were Paige's family, I'd be thanking him forever. And he said in a follow-up, he's put, I'm here for Ekinsu and Davide winning it all. I hope there's a double dumping soon. I'm ready for Dami and Jax to go. If they think the public will find their misogynistic antics hilarious, they're super wrong. I think Jay and Paige should give things another go. What do you guys think? It's swaying towards that, but Jay seems quite sweet on China, Dave, doesn't he? So we'll see.
He does, but that's an interesting one, isn't it? Jay and Paige maybe back on. Yeah. I'm not sure I bought into it at the time, but if Jax walks in with Shireen, or basically it all comes out about what's gone on over there, I can't see. Jax comes across to me like someone who's already in his life had to explain these sort of situations, so I think he's going to be pretty good at it. So there's a chance that Paige might just buy it. But if not, I think Jay and her do maybe have some unfinished business.
Yeah. Let's see, Dave. And again, fucking bring the drama, my friend. So, let's do that. So anyway, Big thank you to everyone who supports us, guys. Get us a Christian Days Reality TV cast on Facebook. Join up there. Brilliant. We're nearly at 250 members now. It's so good over there. And thank you to everyone who supports us on that side of things. A big thanks to Charlene, as always, for monitoring and admin everything. So brilliant stuff. If you want to email us, not about Laura Whitmore, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on social media @cdrealitycast. So no, I've already said all that, Dave, and I'm getting tongue tied. I'm worried about these Laura Whitmore emails I'm going to get, but there you go. Roll call of honor. Seems like you threw me under the fucking bus. Well, roll call of honor is stop it now. Sorry. It's Gavin, Maggie, Kristen, Zoe, Tom, Gillian, Michelle, Keith, Helen, Brianna, Neve, Noreen, Amy, Joanna, Helen, Libby, Dee Dee, Priscilla, Susan, Hennessy, Hayley, Lauren, Lucky Lulu Green, and Kent Gustafson. So thank you so much, guys, for all your support, past and present. It's amazing. Bring on the stuff I'm going to receive in the next 24 hours, Dave. But there you go.
Oh, no. I'm not bothered about that. I just want this day to come along. I want 9 o'clock to come along quicker because I want this recoupling. And Friday's going to be explosive as well, isn't it? So, we always say this, and then we spend 50 minutes just going, oh, God, when's something going to happen? And then something magical happens, or we get the drama that we've been waiting for. So, no, I think next episode is going to be a cracker.
No, it is. And you're a liar because as soon as you see any abuse towards me, you're like, oh, check the email with the eyes thing on when we're messaging each other. And I do it to you, which is very rare. It's usually me. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to open it. You are pissing your pants every time this happens. So,
yeah. 100%. Can't wait. So get your emails in. We love Laura Whitmore.
Right. Anyway, mate, brilliant. I love it. Thank you again, mate. Top stuff. Couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without each other. It's so good when we're doing this show. I just love it.
Oh, it's amazing. It is so good. And like I say, we're coming to the end of week 5 now. But it doesn't feel like it. I'm not getting that jaded feeling I normally have around this time. So, no, it's been brilliant. I think we still think this is going to finish early August, don't we? So, just need to make it through July. But almost there. But thank you very much, mate. And thanks to everyone out there for listening. And I'll speak to you next time.
Bye.